Deep breath. Let it out. Relax and get ready to have some fun. Okay, how many have wholesaled any deals? You ready, Troy? Let's go. How many have never taken a wholesale training ever? Raise your hands. All right, we'll have some fun. I want you to have an attitude of it's gonna be all right. So when you came to my 3-day trainings, this was our exercise. We would start it off, and those guys that have been there, get ready, put your hands up. Let's show them. Those that have been to class, you raise your hands up high. Now everybody else, just follow. That's all you gotta do. If you're not sure what to do, just follow the pack. And what we would do is we'd say in your best southern Mississippi accent, just repeat after me. It's gonna be all right. Now, let's do it the way it's supposed to be done. You ready? It's gonna be all right. If you can say that enough and get that put into your brain, you'll start to believe it. Because some of you do this. It's going to be all right. And 2 seconds later, holy crap. And you got to go back and do it again. So let me show you what my kids do. They do the same thing. So hands in the air, they go, Igbar. Because see, they're the text group. And that is Igbar. I-G-B-A-R is it's going to be all right. Scripture I've been using for years when it comes to training. Proverbs 14:23 says, all hard work brings a profit. What kind of work?
Hard work.
Okay. But mere talk leads only to poverty. How many play the trivia game at the movie theater? But before you get the answer, you have to see like 3 commercials. I used to run those ads. They're very, very expensive. The stuff we're showing you on the internet is a lot cheaper. Okay? Now, back to, well, you know these, how long have you been doing this? He goes, not long. I said, well, let me teach you how it works. That one, maybe 6, and that one 4. Wow. I wonder if I should call anyone else. I bet Nick would tell you, don't waste your time, because I'm the guy with all the cash. You might as well just call me, and you won't have to come back out here. That's a good plan. Let's go. A cash buyer can close in 3 days because they have what? They're not going to get a loan. They're not going to borrow the money. They may have access from someone to get the money, and it won't take 3 days. If they say, can you give me 5? You say, okay, I'll tell him 5. But I'll see if he can still, willing to do 41. If he says, oh no, I need 30 days to close, then it's like, forget that. If you have already started in real estate looking for deals, raise your hands. Okay. As we go through today, kind of through everything with the PowerPoint, you've got your books, and we'll explain which books we're going through today and what books we won't be going through.
The bottom line is we need to find a what? Deal. A deal. Okay, that's more important than any definition that we're going to go over. But specifically, we're looking for a probate deal here in this class. That's our focus. It's my primary way to find the deals. But how do you do that? That's the trick. Ways to find probate deals.
Does it say it's contract time? Yes. Okay. Now remember, this script, those that have taken my wholesale know that we have a script. This one's a little different because it's tweaked around the probate scenario. But today's class was focusing on getting that deal using probate as the tool to get it. But once you get there and you've gone through this conversation, and like Randy was saying, and I always say it is, don't procrastinate, it's time to go into contract time. I'm going to give you a few clues that will help you here, because some of you haven't taken wholesale or any of our other trainings. But number one, I always suggest you just use the standard Board of Realtor contract. What I mean by that, it's the one that your realtors use in your state, wherever you live. It's usually a state-driven contract. In Texas, it's called the TREC contract. I also suggest when you're becoming the purchaser, we'll call it purchaser for now because it depends on your exit strategy, you're using your name, so Jimmy Reed is the buyer, or you're using an S Corp, a C Corp, or an LLC. Now, without going into another training, I always say it's whatever entity or whatever name you're going to use, it's followed by, does anybody remember from wholesale? And or assigns. Those that have been in wholesale know we have a whole nother exit strategy in marketing over there when we get ready to wholesale. Well, we have to have time to do that marketing to see if we get any bites on it, see if we have any of our buyers ready to buy this property. So don't get greedy. I tell people, you know, even when they were paying for the expensive courses that I used to teach for when I taught for those national guys, yeah, okay, you paid $25,000, but you know, ask 5, and if you get 3, you're whittling away at what you owe to those people. That's how you do it. Don't try to make it one lump sum, because when they do, the only way they can do it here is buy a house, fix it up through all the rehab, and sell it on a new loan, and that's where they bite it in the rear, because they don't know what they're doing. You know, when we start to teach our rehab class, we'll show you why I don't like the rehab. That's real work. Stable, creating retirement situation for us, but not the kind of retirement you're thinking where you lay out at the beach and do nothing all day. We're here to serve God. So today, when we start this training, we're going to lay a foundation. Now, a lot of people are probably here because they're going, I really want to know how he ties real estate to this. Well, I can tell you, that's going to be somewhere around 5 o'clock today. Okay? We have to set the foundation first. Now, how to become debt-free. Our focus will be predominantly on the personal side. That is our main goal through my training, is to become personally debt-free. When we get to the business side, some may agree or disagree, but I'm going to show you what I did. That's all I can do, is show you how I became debt-free. Now, again, do I have business debt? I have a tremendous amount of business debt, but I have rules for creating that debt. And left-hand side, write this down. These are my debt rules. Debt rules. For me going into debt, here's rule number 1. Any item I'm going to purchase, number 1, it must be an asset. It's got to be an asset. With potential to, and this is number 2, appreciate. Or produce, number 3, income. So here's how you write it down. Debt rules. Item purchased is 1, an asset. 2, with potential to appreciate, and 3, or produce income. So it's asset, appreciate, income. That's how I make a decision if I leverage into business debt. Real estate. Now remember, all these little scenarios I've been throwing out throughout is I was creating cash by wholesaling, but I also started buying rental properties, and it was the wealth part of that, the rental holding property, that created a lot of wealth for me. A house worth $100,000, and once it's all fixed up, that's known as ARV. The after repair value.